Hi, Pat. Sam here, ASNSportsTV.net. Yes, my question is this. When you were speaking earlier, you spoke about reasons why Hector Herrera came to Houston. And one of them, like you rightly mentioned, was for him to help to galvanize the Mexican soccer base. Now, I'm asking this question on community and engagement. What other plans do you guys have to help to galvanize other base of the fans, so that the team will penetrate other communities beside the Mexican soccer fan base?
That's a great question, Sam. For me, I don't want to pass the buck completely. I do think our players. Certainly, something we've been discussing with the front office is we want to try to get our players out in the community more often. In fact, you and Sam, we've actually, Sam, you and I have actually spoken about this as well. So I think it's important. I think we're not NFL, we're not Major League Baseball, we're not the NBA. We are MLS, and I still think we have a duty to try to sell the product and sell our players. So it's important for us to try to get out in the community, and it's something I think that we can continue to do a better job at and get these guys out there more often. I'm not sure who the gentleman was who had asked before. I think when you talk about faces of the franchise, I think part of it is one thing we talk about, and I remember when I played, is those individual connections where you sign an autograph for a kid, or a parent gets a photo with you and gets to take a photo with their kid. Those connections are really important in our sport, really important to build our fan base and here in Houston. And I think it's something that we need to work on and do a better job of. And I think we're all trying, and that when I say all of us, I mean the technical group and also the front office group, to make sure that we create those connections with our city and our fan base. And I think that will help put butts in seats as well, and also make it a little bit more exciting for these people to say, hey, I remember when I sat there and Artur came over and he put his, ruffled my kid's hair and took a photo with him. And those are the moments I think that people grow attached to a team, and that's how you become a community team and fans want to cheer for.
All right. My second question is this for you, Pat. This season has come and gone, and the team were able to achieve, a little bit of success when it comes in terms of number of road games that they won, total points that they amassed, they broke record and all that. Now, my question is coming, on tactical and coaching. How would you characterize the tactical evolution of this team over the course of the seasons that Ben Olsen has been in charge? Were there any specific tactical adjustments that you felt were key to the team's success this season on the field?
Yeah, from a tactical standpoint, it's not how we wanted to play. I think we've talked about this last year a little bit. Our idea was to be a team that was on the front foot, still had possession, certainly not the way we are now, but a team that generally had pretty good possession, but good positional play, and was a team that when they lost it, though, because of the numbers, we would win the ball back quickly and be more of a front foot pressing team. That didn't work out the way with our group, but the idea behind that was that we used to talk about and say, can we have this system where we're winning the ball back continually and never letting teams go out and get out of their own end, and over time that would really wear them down, especially with our weather. That was the idea behind it. And what I would say is over time it evolved with an Amin Bassi, Coco Carrasquilla, Hector, Artur, Sebastian Kowalczuk. We realized we had a really good core group of players, Brooklyn Reigns, that are comfortable on the ball. And we also have a fantastic surface that we play on, one of the best in the league. And we're able to build an overload midfield and the overload midfields and keep the ball and make teams chase. So I wouldn't say it was something we drew up on the board. In fact, we drew, not the opposite, but we drew in the board. Our idea was a little bit different than how this ended up. But we've definitely evolved into a team that has a pretty clear identity in the way we play. And teams certainly spend the week prepping for us and how do they destroy our midfield. And somehow we're still able to figure it out and be able to control games with the ball. Now, I would argue for us, and I think this is our job in the offseason, is how do we get team that can punish teams now that we have possession? How do we create opportunities? How do we score goals? And that's something I think we have to work on. Defensively, we've been, one of the better teams over the last couple of years defensively. We've been keep our team in games, but we need to start taking a bit of pressure off our defense. And I think this year, when we've tied some games at home and lost some games, it's been not controlling the game. It's just not being able to finish plays off and score goals. So that's where we probably need to improve. And once we can do that, then I think we can be an elite team in this league.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
No problem.
All right.